Believe it or not, these style frames were created using AI, and the cool thing is, once you animate them, you can shift from being a copycat to a unique designer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create the style frames using ChatGPT. This is a part of a long series where I guide you through creating assets, designing them in Photoshop, and animating them in After Effects. Normally, content like this is locked behind paywalls, but here, everything is available for free. That said, it would really help if you hit that like and subscribe button. It motivates me to keep this series going for you. Now, let's start. So here I am inside of the ChatGPT 4.0 model, and we want to train a model that creates the style frames for our animation. Now, one cool thing about the ChatGPT is that you can use any language to write a prompt, and by prompt, it's not something that I will say it's specific or hard. Anything you write will be considered as a prompt. Now, my mother language is Persian, which is why I'm going to write in Persian. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to ask the ChatGPT to translate everything in English language, so you guys will understand what's happening in here. So let's start. Alright, so on the first step, what we need to do is that we need to tell the ChatGPT that you are a graphic designer and you need to design these style frames for our animation. So I'm just gonna write that. Alright, so basically now what we need to do is that on the next step, we need to train the model a little bit further. What I mean by that is that you need to tell the specific things that you expect from your models to do and specific things that your model should not do at any stages of creating the style frames. So for instance, I'm just gonna tell the ChatGPT that the dimensions should be 1080 by 9020. It should stick to these style frames that I will send no matter what's happening, no matter how cool ideas can come throughout this system. It needs to stick to one cohesive style frame that I'm going to show it. So I'm just going to write that to ChatGPT. So here are the expectations that I have from the ChatGPT. So the dimension always should be 1080 by 9020. And about the typography, no text should go outside the canvas, no spelling or grammar mistakes. And also I have mentioned about the software compatibility, and all designs must be fully editable and executable in Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop or After Effects. And lastly, no effects, texture or layouts that can be recreated in these programs. So basically, these are the things that I have asked. Now it is time to send these style frames. So I have gathered a few style frames in here. So one of them, as you see, this is by 0x100 crypto. Again, 0x100 crypto. And these are the frames that I like. And believe it or not, this was made by AI by me. And again, this was made by AI, and same again by AI and AI. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to drag this and I'm going to push them towards out the content that we have in here. So let's just basically hit this plus button in here and let's just select add files and everything. And I'm going to just upload these images in here. All right, now let's hit send. Now, usually ChatGPT at this stage will break down everything and it will give you its overall insight. So let's see. So now let's see the brief. The canvas size should be 1080 by 9020, which is correct. Now about the typography, it suggests fonts such as Inter, AE Onic, if I spell it correctly, and color palette, and primarily black backgrounds, Asian Neo glows, green, red, purple, yellow, blue. Now, as you see, ChatGPT did do a really good job in breaking each elements of these style frames into separate things that we can work on it. So now let's start with giving the ChatGPT a script. So I'm just gonna, for example, write the XRP drop to under, let's say $2, and here's why. So as you see, here's the styleframe concept for text. XRP dropped to under $2, and here's why. Now ChatGPT just cleaned the layouts for the script, but I want to tell him that design these style frames in 2 scenes. So for example, one scene can be done in XRP drop to under $2, and then the next scene should be, and here's why. So I'm just gonna tell the ChatGPT that I want it to be in 2 scenes. And now ChatGPT has started to create the images. So let's see. Now, as you see, both of these frames are really amazing in terms of style, and it's unique, and it has the overall the weight that we wanted. But even if you are not happy, for example, let's say I didn't really like anything, so it created 3 images actually. So what I wanted to say is that I didn't really like the 3D coin, so I wanted to ask that turn it into the 2D, but of course it done it and made a 2D coin of XRP. I really like the details. You see, like the XRP coin, if you search it, it's exactly like what it is in the original coin. So as you see, each 3 of these scenes are really perfect to use. And for example, now I'm just gonna write, and here's why. So I'm just gonna tell the ChatGPT that it needs to design the second scene. So as you see, it immediately started to design. I don't know why I call it him. I don't know why. So it started to design the second scene. So mainly when I don't like anything about the scene, I'm just gonna tell the ChatGPT to fix what are the problems. So for example, in these style frames, it's just basically text. So basically now we need to tell the ChatGPT to fix this frame. Well, to do that, what you need to do is that first you need to right click on the image, and you need to copy the image address. And why we do that? Because we need to tell ChatGPT which image or which scene that we want to change. Other than that, if you just randomly type a prompt, it's just gonna generate based on something randomly. So you're not gonna get something good out of it, and you think that the model is just basically retarded. So I'm just gonna paste that image, and I'm gonna say, for example, in this scene, you didn't really do the things correctly, and you need to add, for example, the question marks to make more depth into the scene. So let's just write that. So now you see that the image looks way better compared to what it was before. Now we can use the elements, for example, in this scene or the last scene, such as in here, to create a match cut between these 2 scenes. And also you can train the model further to do these specific things for you, which I'm going to show you in upcoming videos. But for the sake of this video, we just wanted to show you how you can basically generate the basic prompts in the ChatGPT. And when we go into the design section, I'm just going to show you how you can turn these images and redesign them in Photoshop or Illustrator to make a perfect design and then animate them in Adobe After Effects. But here we are at the end of this video for now, and if you do like this video, please don't forget to leave out a like and subscribe to the channel, as it would help me out a lot and motivates me to continue this series. Thank you so much for watching this video. Goodbye.